Hey there, business owner superhero. Tell me, what's your story? Tom Wanek here, and you're watching Wizard Marketing TV, where business owners learn persuasive tools and techniques to spark miraculous growth. Watch this video and get the scoop on a little-known storytelling technique that'll crank up the believability of your message and win your customer's heart. Every superhero worth an army of geeky fans experiences a Genesis moment. Batman, having witnessed the murder of his parents as a child, seeks sweet revenge on crooks and criminals. Planet Krypton goes kaboom, and Superman becomes the protector of Earth. Spider-Man ignores the opportunity to stop a fleeing thief, which ironically bites him in the ass when later that same criminal robs and kills his dear Uncle Ben. According to my brilliant partner and good friend Jeff Sexton, Genesis storytelling must communicate three things to your audience. Number one, how the hero came to possess his power. Number two, who the hero is as a person. Number three, what your mission is and why are you dedicated to it. Professor Jeff goes on to explain that if you fail to inform the audience of these three things, your hero, in this case you won't be all that believable. The result will be a character whose superpowers will seem too fantastic and made up. In other words, you'll be a phony. And nobody wants to do business with a phony. So why is all this comic book superhero stuff important to know? Because believability is critical to your ability to persuade. And properly constructed Genesis stories are among the most believable stories you can tell. That's why Genesis storytelling is such a powerful marketing tool. These stories support a branding strategy of being the company your prospective customer thinks of first and feels best about when his or her moment of need arises. In other words, a good Genesis story will communicate how you are great at what you do and why you care so deeply about your customers, all without those ridiculous chest-thumping cliches. Ready to see an example of Genesis storytelling in advertising? You got it. Here's an ad Jeff Sexton wrote for a client of mine, Summers and Zims.
While visiting family a few days after Christmas 3 years ago, I got a call in the middle of the night from Shelley, a family friend.
Your house burnt down. It's bad, but I haven't been there yet.
She wasn't kidding. Nothing left but ashes. Praise God my family was safe. That's when Summers and Zim's customer, Brian Campbell, offered to put my family up rent-free in the spec home he had been using for his home building business. When townspeople left donations for us at our home site, and even the Phillies wanted to hold a fundraiser for us. Of course, we gave that money back to the Rose of Sharon Orphanage in the Dominican because the business was fine, and Bob Ward and Woodford Insurance came through for us. But that generosity transformed how I felt about serving the community through business. I'm Joe Zimmerman, and if you live in southeastern Pennsylvania, you're part of the community that was here for me when it mattered. And I promise Summers and Zims will be there for you when you need us.
Yeah, I know. The ad didn't even mention the type of business. We also intentionally left out the call to action. So sue me. It would have been incredibly tacky to sell in this ad. So I didn't. Remember, this is part of an advertising campaign. There will be plenty of time to sell in the ads that follow. Here's the most important thing for you to remember. Joe Zimmerman has the audacity and courage to share a personal moment that forever shaped how he does business. That's why you believe him when he says, "You were there for me when it mattered, and I promise Summers and Zims will be there for you." Now, when you later discover he's in the heating and cooling business, you know in your heart, this is the guy you feel most comfortable letting into your home. And cha-ching, Joe wins. Now one more thing, and let me be clear. Your Genesis story is not about when and where you started business. Superman didn't say, "I was created way back in 1933 by Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel in Cleveland, Ohio." Just like Joe Zimmerman didn't say, "For over 80 years, Summers and Zims has been providing quality service in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning in southeastern Pennsylvania." No, that's not a Genesis moment. That's too boring. Don't go there. Marketing wizards like you know this is limp and lazy ad speak. Again, what we're looking for with your Genesis story is a defining moment that forever changed who you are. A moment that shaped how you think, act, and see the world around you. So close your eyes. Picture that moment in your mind. Got it? Good. Now go share it with the world. You can start by sharing your story in the comments below. Did you like this video? Spread the word. Subscribe and share it with people you know. Oh, and one more thing. I shared my own Genesis story in my last video. If you missed it, be sure and check it out. Now, I want to hear from you. I know you've got questions about marketing and advertising. Well, guess what? I've got answers. So email your questions to tom@tomwanek.com and I'll give you an answer right here. Hey, we're in this together. I've got your back. Now go get them and I'll see you next time.